Amp up the vamp stuff. It's the complexion you want, the complexity stuff. When I be twiddling my thumbs, I'm back in the woods with the sharp. I'm the wizard of Oz. I'm just this short or just that smart. Just that smart. Maybe I'm a dog, so you can call me a pug. Bum. Bones explode more with this would have left the crater where I went with this wit that I would have formed in the words and y'all could have heard on the sides of your heads. Heard this shit by what would have curved at the top. Like that's what the shepherd had. I have a shepherd's pie, like I told the joke, wear a red nose. Yo, saw snow on the embankment when cold would start to spin like tread was lows. Yo, get lost in woods like boat. Like, that's not the type that y'all want. Those are droids I'm talking about now. I did it with finesse until y'all would have gone like the grits all slithering and piss. Yo was lost without this talk. This is smuckers for bread, so call it toast. Yo was wrinkled nose until you know all the notes and I would throw from throat. Then y'all don't know nothing, bro, and I don't even know myself. Yes, this is big. This is when the walls get connected, friend. This is right or left, so staff sergeant just pick. Boom. Walls are hollow, so my songs were souls afloat from the inside out. Oh, was awesome though, stroganoff. It was strawberry farm with the strawberries of course because they sound real close. Like long lost friends with BFFs at home from necklaces, and that's when the head begins. It's when the neck would stop, type stuff, and then I had the stuff involved with the gem on top, like I was assaulted. Insulting none would have been the practice that's good to stop and never stop, and maybe you starve for my stuff, so bring your plate up. Fill it up like smorgasbord. You can cough and sneeze as much as you want. Look and learn much what this was have been. Scars that have been rubbery fish. I mean rainbows, dog. I lost my concentration for bit like the orgies for frizz and forgot to thaw. Got off the log like a frog, like a lily pod was involved. Lit a pat a bunch of this with the lock that was big. It should be the law for the land, and this was the lava from rock that was sins until the bone would have been seen and off be the dog with what he got type stuff. Using this pause for the dead. This is archaeology bits. I just begging for what would have been shimmering when the sun was just tough for a sick, like it's hopping across the web. This is for ship with the nos, they be fast. They be going to the coast with the frost. Would have been thawed from where they start. Y'all would have been the broth of a soup in a pot that was large. This is the claws that was sharp. The cause and effect for all because y'all was in a fit with all the shit and the frequency that would hurt. Semicolon mode because he could have coded no. The show would have been done when the curtain is closed, and then the curtain said no from all of y'all. Rose be grown with mold, this I never rust, even though it's my talks because you could have called the cob as much as you want. Does it mean you have to get old? Snow from clothes and mold for this frost effect. And I would have thrown the shit from my tongue to stove because then it would have been a talent show and I won in a blow. Or did I win all of y'all? Starting with what would have been bumping in chest, it would have been something robbery like the neck of a chicken you bought from a place where the jogs could have been coming fruit by the far. This is what you're fond of now, dog, with the wand that's involved with the twitch of my wrist. Y'all would have turned into frogs and on the log once again. Listen to the song that I got. This is sonic bliss. Like y'all need this. This is what bossing from walls. Like rubber be balls. Y'all would have been lost if not for the mark that resembled a scrawl that was raw or scribed in the wall. Something I prescribed with an RX and my name next, and y'all would have named this fucking nameless that came from them lips. Just to say the sweet would have been a P, the part I think, or something for the people need, with a steeple involved, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So this slow, this wug a woe, like the wag from a toe from a dog you bought at a sale, like you got a yardstick as well. Good for you, both get a pet where they belong. On head. Onward and upward is what the astronaut said. I'm just a roll of dicks or something slick that I need to express, and usually when I did, words I would have picked. This is the worst that Wordsworth kept in his library that's would have been closed for yo. Like no vacancy, bro, except for the motel you stole. This is where the car met the road, or what on the bottom of a car that would roll. This is the whole row standing up before on with the show. Cactus would grow just to pluck like it's a guitar or it's a duck. It's what's shot over this here rainbow that's about to start. Like this is a bow and this is what's sharp, and that's what the arrow does. This is dust for under rock, because then I could go full opera with the phoneme involved, and the phoneme runs sparse, so it was fantastic my shot. This is the show with the show that's involved, and y'all would have shocked your soul, because y'all would have been shocked when the butter knife does what it does, and that's the wall. Bricks for mo, and then I spit some soul. Solid as sharp as a scissors, it was silver of course, because that could have been the silver tongue that he got, and he calls it his mouth as the jaws would apart, and sharp like a shark's. Boom! That's what's up. Give me my shit. TWA. Right. TWA.